There we go. All right, doors are open for the tribe. I'm a couple minutes early. All right, just waiting for the tribe to check in. All right, now it's after 7. Come on, tribe, doors are open. Let's see who's going to get the virtual best seat in the house. Somebody is. And it is Gene. First one in the door. Virtual best seat in the house. Hello to you too. Got your song on my my other Taylor, all tuned in the alternate tuning, and pretty well rehearsed and ready to go. Yep. So settle in, sip them if you got them. Let's wait another minute or so and see if anybody else joins you, and then we're going to get some music on the road. It's crazy having to relearn your own song. Then I saw on YouTube, I watched an interview from a couple of days ago with Bruce Springsteen, first time ever on Howard Stern show, which I don't watch. I mean, I've seen clips, but he was talking about, he was playing a couple of songs and they're just on his acoustic guitar, and Howard asked him about a couple songs. He says, I don't play that anymore. Howard goes, how come? He goes, because I don't remember it. It was just as I started to kind of trying to figure out how to play Her Morning Eyes, and I realized I don't remember even half of it. And then I watched that interview where he's got a couple of songs that he wrote, 30, 40 years ago, and he doesn't remember them because he doesn't play them. And I went, I'm not alone. If it's okay for the boss, it's okay for me. But I did relearn it. So it's awesome is that on my other, so I have another music Facebook page that I haven't been active on in a couple years. And on there I did some, my very first ever Facebook Lives from my home studio. It was just a couple of random nights just to try it out. And I archived those. So fortunately, I had taken a clip of me playing Her Morning Eyes and I had saved it to my computer behind me. And I remembered that yesterday, so I went and found it. And it's crazy having to watch yourself play a song to relearn it. I know, because I didn't remember. And I couldn't do it just by hearing it. It's like, what was I doing? And then little by little, all the finger positions started coming back. That muscle memory's in there. You've got to tap into it. So fortunately, I was sitting on my computer behind me watching myself play, and then having to pause like 5 times going, what was I doing there to make that sound? And all of a sudden, oh, okay, I figured it out. So I taught myself to relearn my own song. I know that sounds insane, it is, but it's true. So now I am going to stay in practice with Her Morning Eyes, because I do like that song. All right, welcome to Wind Down Wednesday. Hopefully we'll get more people in the door, but you're here, you get the best seat in the house, virtual seat in the house. So let me get warmed up, and we'll jump into, I got something else too that I haven't done in a long time that I always forget that I know. Then my roommate had a country CD playing earlier this afternoon, and I went, oh, I forgot I used to play that song. When I was working in South Carolina, I learned it. And then I forgot all about it. And then I learned it again a couple years ago, and then I forgot all about it. So I relearned it today. So I'll have something else also that's kind of a forgotten little gem. It went to #1 in the 90s. So I'll be playing that one in a little bit. So we're going to open with a little Steve Poltz and Jewel. You hear the clock, it's 6 a.m. It feels so far from where I've been. I've got my eggs, I've got my pancakes too. I've got my maple syrup, everything but you. I break the yolk and make a smiley face. I kinda like it in my brand new place. I wipe the spots off the mirror, don't leave the keys in the door. I never put wet towels on the floor anymore, 'cause dreams last for so long, and even after you're gone. And I know you love me, and soon you will see. You were meant for me, I was meant for you. Called my mom when she was out for a walk, and sold a cup of coffee, but it didn't want to talk. So I picked up the paper, it was more bad news. More hearts being broken, more people being used. Put on my coat in the pouring rain, and I saw a movie, it just wasn't the same, 'cause it was happy and I was sad, yeah. It only made me miss you, oh so bad, 'cause dreams last for so long, and even after you're gone. And I know that you love me, and soon you will see. You were meant signs. What would you say if I had you on the line? Same old story now, much to say. Our hearts are broken every day. Brush my teeth and put the cat back on. I know you hate it when I leave the light on. I pick a book up and turn the sheets down, yeah. I take a good long look around, put on my PJs and hop into bed. I'm half alive but I feel mostly dead. I try and tell myself it'll be alright. I shouldn't think any more tonight, 'cause dreams last for so long, even after you're gone. And I know you love me, and soon I know you will see you were meant for me. I was meant for you. Yeah, you were meant for me. I was meant for you. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right, little Steve Holtz and Jewel. Open up the this Wine Down Wednesday set. Gene says, remember World Series is on TV, which is maybe why some are missing tonight. I don't follow any of that, so thanks for telling me that. So now we'll know if people aren't showing up. That's okay. They're going to miss out on, I'm sure the game's great. They're going to miss out on Her Morning Eyes. I could not write that or most of the other songs that I have composed. I couldn't write those today. That sounds crazy. You just get into a season of writing, and I remember I listened to an interview with Bob Dylan probably 10 years ago when he said, I couldn't write those songs today. All that stuff he wrote in the 60s, the times they were changing, all that stuff blowing in the wind, he said, I couldn't write those. So that was like a season where you're kind of either experiencing externally what's going on in the world and you're reacting to that as an artist, or where you're at in your life and how you're writing about love or whatever. Her Morning Eyes is something I just sat with, and it's a long story. I've been thinking about doing, I did this last year. I think I called it Songwriter Sunday, where I played some originals and then I broke down each of the songs and I talked about the back history and how I came up with them. And there was a lot of interest. I think a lot of people liked that. And then I forget about that. So I was thinking recently the other day I relearned Her Morning Eyes, I thought, I should maybe do that again. And I don't know when I did it, so I wouldn't know which songs. I just have to pick some. Some I might have already done, but probably everybody's forgotten the backstories and what I told about how I wrote those songs. Oh, you remember, yeah. So I think I might do that again, and I'll tell the whole story about Her Morning Eyes. That was really cool. There's a whole component of that. My friend Kira Ratliff, whose father was the late great Ronnie Montrose, and she gave me his last CD, which was acoustic, and it inspired in part the tuning that I had to figure out on my own to match what he was doing, and that's what led to Her Morning Eyes, because it's an alternate tuning, something I've never played before. So I'll have to maybe do that again. I'd like to do that. We'll break down some of my as yet to be hits, but they're hits among my friends, so which I appreciate. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Speaking of friends, a little James Taylor. For my friends, when you're down and trouble and you need some love and care and nothing, oh, nothing is going right. Just close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call up my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running, see you again. Winter, spring, summer, fall, and all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there, yes I will. You got a friend. If the sky high above you should turn dark and full of clouds, and that old cold north wind should begin to blow, just keep your poor head together and call my name out loud. Soon you'll hear me knocking upon your door. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running, see you again. Winter, spring, summer, fall, and all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there, yes I will. Hey, ain't it good to know that you've got a friend when people can be so cold, that hurt you and desert you? They'll take your soul if you let them. Oh, don't you let them. Yeah, you just call on my name, you know wherever I am, I'll come running, yes I will, see you again. Hey baby, don't you know that and winter, spring, summer, fall, and all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there, yes I will. You've got a friend. You've got a friend. Ain't it good to know you got a friend? Ain't it good to know you got a friend? Oh baby, you got a friend. Oh, all right, a little James Taylor. Getting my fingers warmed up, and Kels is here. Good to see you. Thanks for checking in, just in time, as it turns out. Without further ado, and by request, I had to relearn my own song. It's so crazy. And I saw that interview with Bruce Springsteen saying he doesn't play some of his old songs because he doesn't remember them. and I said, I'm not alone. Mike McCabe's here from Michigan. Good to see you, man. Thanks for checking in. All right. Haven't done this in a while. So long ago that I had to relearn it, my own song. But I did. So I'll have to keep practicing it. It's a little intricate, but I'm pretty happy with where I got it so far as performance ready. So I wrote this a couple years ago. It's an instrumental, and it's called Her Morning Eyes. Okay, there you go. Couple little off notes, but I haven't played that in so long, and to have to relearn your own song is kind of crazy. But it happened to Bruce Springsteen. I'm in good company. The older and wiser Bruce. So there you go. I'm going to stay up on that so that I can keep it in my my arsenal to keep people reeled into my music. So thanks for that whatever universal nudge. I think months ago Jean mentioned it, and so and Kelsey likes that song. She has it on her set list for her clients actually, so I'm so honored. Thanks, Jean. Thank you, Kelsey. I'm glad you guys like that. I haven't done that in a long time. Took me 2 days to relearn it. Took me about a day to relearn it, and a day throughout the day of practicing it until it got to the point where I felt I was proficient enough. Here's another one. So I mentioned at the top of the hour. So this one I keep forgetting that I learned. I learned this back in South Carolina when I was working down there. And And this is a Billy Dean song, and so I had to relearn this today and played along with the video. So I think I got it down enough. So this went to #1 in on the country charts, I think, in the early 90s, 92 maybe, 1992. So haven't done this in a long time, so we'll see. You made up your mind, it was time, it was over, after we had come so far. But I think there's enough pieces of forgiveness somewhere in my broken heart. I would not have taken the road you have traveled, it has left us miles apart. But I think I can still find the will to keep going somewhere in my broken heart. So fly, go ahead and fly till you find out who you are. And I will keep my love unspoken somewhere in my broken heart. I hope that in time you will find what you long for, love that's written in the stars. And when you finally do, I think you will see it's somewhere in my broken heart. Girl, I will keep my love unspoken somewhere in my broken heart. I hope that in time you will find what you long for, love that's written in the stars. And when you finally do, I think you will see it's somewhere in my broken, somewhere in my broken, somewhere in my broken heart. Woo! Oh, I had to dust that one off. I completely forgot that I even learned that, and then my roommate had it playing on a country CD today, and I went, I used to play that, so I had to relearn it this afternoon. Put a lot of time into it. Anyway, that was a Billy Dean. That was a #1 hit for him, and I don't remember who his songwriting partner was, but yeah, they did a great job on that one. Let's see. Okay, no new check-ins? All right. I'm kind of feeling singer-songwriter mood. So let's do my favorite Eagles song. I like the way sparkling earrings lay against your skin so bright. I wanna sleep with you in the desert tonight, with a billion stars all around, as I get a peaceful, easy feeling. And I know you won't let me down, already standing on the ground. I found out a long time ago what a woman can do to your soul. Oh, but she can't take you anyway. You don't already know how to go. But I got a peaceful, easy feeling, and I know you won't let me down, 'cause I'm already standing on the ground. I get this feeling I may know you as a lover and a friend. This voice keeps whispering in my other ear, tells me I may never see you again. But I got a peaceful, lazy feeling. I know you won't let me down, 'cause I'm already standing, and I'm already standing. Yes, I'm already standing on the ground. Whoa, what a feeling. Woo. Oh, some Eagles. The late great Glenn Frey on vocals with that song. So, all right. Thanks for joining in here, my Wind Down Wednesday tribe. No new check-ins. All right. Oh, thanks, Kels. Me too. It's my favorite Eagles song. All right. So Gene said at the top of the hour there was a World Series baseball game on, which I don't follow. So she said that may be why we have a smaller than normal turnout, so which is fine. You all have the best virtual seats in the house. Excuse me. Thanks for showing up. Oh yeah, I mentioned Bob Dylan earlier in an interview where he said he couldn't write those songs from the 60s today. So like I couldn't write Her Morning Eyes and others that I've done. I couldn't even begin to write those songs today. So sometimes songwriters, we just go through a period where we're responding to whatever's happening and in the world or in our lives, and we write from that. Or things just kind of come out, and if we're tuned in and roll up our sleeves and work, we get some songs, and it was just meant for that time. Then the dial just moves on. So remember Bob Dylan saying, like over a decade ago in an interview, he couldn't write those songs today that he wrote back then. So, but he did write this one, and Garth Brooks did a beautiful version of it, and so so I'm going to do that version. And hi, Faith. Faith's here. Yay. Thanks for checking in. So this is a Garth Brooks arrangement of a Bob Dylan song from the Hope Float soundtrack performed by me. When the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I would offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. rainbows and stars appear, and there is no one to dry your tears. I could hold you for 1,000,000 years to make you feel my love. I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I would never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met. There's no doubt in my mind where you belong. And I go hungry, I go black and blue, I go crawling down the avenue. There ain't nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love. Storms are raging on a rolling sea, down the highway of regret. The winds of change are blowing wild and free. You ain't seen nothing like me yet. There ain't nothing that I wouldn't do. Go to the ends of the earth for you. Make you happy, make your dreams come true, to make you feel my love. Oh, there you go. Some Bob Dylan. Nita's here. Good to see you. Thanks for checking in as always. So, oh, thanks, Faith. Welcome to Wine Down Wednesday. Sip 'em if you get 'em. So good to see everybody checking in here tonight. Gene said his World Series game on, so we might not have a lot of people here tonight. I don't follow it, but I can understand why those who do would be watching that. Oh, just kind of wait for my muse to give me a song. So my friend Steve Polt's coming in town in a couple of weeks. Been a few years since I've seen him, since he's been here. And so he wrote this song in Australia. In the second verse, it mentions a beer called Tooheys. So that's the equivalent of the worst American beer you can buy in Australia. And when he plays it in Australia, the crowd just laughs and goes crazy. So this is called 10 Chances. I only had 1 minute left on my calling card. I was halfway around the world, and it was raining really hard. And I only had a couple of aspirin and half a can of beer. So I swallowed it down for courage, but it was still pretty hard to hear. So I only had 3 words that I wanted to tell you. It would be easier if you were here and I could smell you. Words are falling, I don't know. They drift, they pass, they melt like snow. I know I may be a flake, a screw. scrape my knees and make mistakes. I may lose, but mostly win. Sometimes I get soaked in sin, but I fall right back into your arms again. So I ordered 4 cans of Tooheys, and I set them on the trunk. Had a long conversation with a hopeless drunk. And I only had 5 tickets and 6 new friends. So one of them had a hissy fit and drove off in her Mercedes-Benz. Words are falling, I don't know. They drift, they pass, they melt like snow. I know I may be a flake, I scrape my knees and make mistakes. I may lose, but mostly win. Sometimes I get drenched in sin, but I fall right back into your arms again. So we played 7 card stud, and I had a royal flush. I took out your picture and started to blush. And I only had 8 lives. Most cats got 9. So I skipped out on the bungee jumping just this time. Just this time. I only had 10 chances to say I love you. Words are falling, I don't know. They drift, they pass, they melt like snow. I know I may be a flake. I'll scrape my knees and make mistakes. I may lose, but mostly win. Sometimes I'll get soaked in sin, but I'll fall right back into your arms again. Hey, I'll collapse into your loving arms again. Yeah, I'll fall right back into your arms again. A good song is always going to be a good song. That's my friend Steve Poltz. And 10 chances. No new check-ins. All right. Well, since I'm right here on the 5th fret, as I always say, not because I'm lazy, but I'm already camped out and capoed up here, so may as well do another song that's done on this fret. So this is by actually a friend of Steve's. So this is a Bob Schneider song. Bob's in Austin, Texas. And so this is a nice little song of his that I like. Sumi was a pilot in the nationally known Amazing Ladies of the Outer Ozone. She didn't have no kids, she didn't have no time. She was a woman of her word, she was fighter of crime. She looked good in a hat, she had a natural way. With tools and no cars, she went to UCLA. And everybody said she was as crazy as a loon. When she was a girl, she'd spend every afternoon sitting in her backyard pretending to be a fighter ace in the Japanese military. She liked to make up her mind, she kept her feet in the air. She wore her heart on her sleeve because she found it there. It was all well and good until she met this young man. A young pilot named Steve with a beautiful tan. He spoke English and French, and he swam like a swan. Had a mouthful of teeth and more style than Cezanne. He could talk to the bees, he could breathe in the air. He wore his heart on his sleeve, 'cause he found it there. And they'd sit in the trees and they'd talk through the night, while the blind moon swam on the pale starry light. They talked and they crowed and they told what they knew. It was better than beer, it was all strange and new. It was grass all around, it was black up above. It was more than hello, it was something like love. I don't know why life seems to be so hard for dreamers like you and me. When love is love, is love, is everywhere. Ooh, all right. There's some Bob Schneider from Austin, Texas, for my Wind Down Wednesday crowd. Thanks, Tribe, for being here as always, no matter how large or small. It's an esteemed group of Tribe's members. Thanks for being a part of tonight. No new check-ins. All right. And again, not because I'm lazy, but I'm already capoed on the 5th fret. So here's this nice little song that that I learned after I got in a terrific, crazy, got T-boned in South Carolina, and by the grace of God and Mercedes Engineering, the side airbag saved my life. So that was 11 years ago, and I heard this song on my my MacBook Pro, and I was doing research on healing frequencies and stuff to heal, because I had never had anything like that happen. I couldn't have spelled tibial plateau fracture, compartment syndrome, or fasciotomy until they all happened to me on my left knee. So I heard this song that I had downloaded previously from the Country Strong soundtrack, that Gwyneth Paltrow movie, and I sat in tears and personalized it. I said, I'm going to learn that song when I'm healed, and so I did. So here you go. When the stars line up, you catch a good break, and people think you're lucky, but you know it's grace, and it can happen so fast. We're a little bit late, and timing is everything. You know, I've had close calls, could have been me, and I was young when I learned just how fragile life can be. I lost friends of mine, guess it wasn't my time, and timing is everything. And I could have been a child that God took home. I would have been one more unfinished song. When it seems a rhyme is hard to find, that's when one comes along just in time. Well, I remember that day when our eyes first met. You ran into the building to get out of the rain, you were soaking wet. And as I held the door, you wanted to know my name, and timing is everything. And I could have been another minute late. You never seems true love's hard to find, that's when love comes along just in time. But you can call it fate, destiny. Sometimes it really seems like it's a mystery, 'cause you can be hurt by love or healed by the same. Timing is everything, and it can happen so fast, a little bit late. Timing is everything. As my friend Steve Flowers, the owner of the coffee shop where I played for 10 years, used to say, I believe that's true. So do I. So sip 'em if you got 'em as we start to wind down this Wind Down Wednesday. See everybody here? No new check-ins? All right. I'm still feeling like a singer-songwriter in that kind of a mood. So my friend Steve Poltz had this on the soundtrack to that movie that came out, I don't know, 20 years ago with Michael Keaton, Jack Frost, where he's a father that dies in a car accident or something. He comes back he comes back a year later as a snowman. So Steve had this song on the soundtrack. You can say you're coming back, you can say you're leaving, wish you would let me know so I could stop my grieving. And if the road come back to haunt me, am I gone and I do not know? The sky come back to taunt me, am I gone and I'm feeling low? Gone and I'm feeling low. Don't talk of things that you don't understand, no, don't discuss what you don't know. Never did you any good, no how. Don't leave your things where you've got baggage hanging around. It only makes it hard to walk this town. You can say you're coming back, you can say you're leaving, wish you would let me know so I could stop my grieving. And when the clouds roll back, I think of you, and the springtime makes me grin. And every time I turn around, you're leaving again. You're leaving again. You're leaving. Leaving again. Leaving again. Oh, a sweet little song from my friend Steve Poltz. Coming to town in about 2 weeks. So looking forward to seeing him actually twice. I think my friend Lawrence and I are going to go down to Tucson on Thursday and see him play, then come back, and then we've got tickets to the MIM on a Friday, so he'll be here. If you ever saw him live, it's hard to explain. He's an experience. There really aren't any words. He's an amazing guitarist and funny and beautiful songwriter and high energy, just awesome troubadour on steroids, which he would love. So true Poltzy fans know a double shot even is never enough. So he hasn't been in the valley in 7 or 8 years, so we're going to get a chance to see him twice. If you want to see him and don't have tickets, go to the Musical Instrument Museum, the MIMS website, search in November, I think it's like the 17th, for Steve Poltz. It's a Friday night. I will not be live. And if you join us to watch Steve perform, you will know why. So we're coming to a close. I haven't seen, it's been pretty quiet there on the feed. So I think I'm going to do an encore of Her Morning Eyes, the first thing I ever recorded and released on iTunes and Spotify and all those places. So I had to relearn this song, as I mentioned at the top of the hour, so I already played it once. But I feel like it's been so long since I did it. It's really nice to end on this, my instrumental. So I'm going to do an encore of this song. And we'll close out the set with that, so you get a double shot of Her Morning Eyes. Oh, thanks, Gene. Thanks for being here to listen to it. All right, so something I couldn't write today, I'm sure, but I did write it, and I recorded it, and released it out there. And so if you heard it the first time, this is an encore of my original Her Morning Eyes. Oh, woo! I will continue to work on that till I get it back to perfection. It's been so long since I played it, and I had to relearn it, which was crazy. As I mentioned, sitting there watching a video of me from like 4 or 5 years ago in my house when I did a Facebook Live, watching myself teach me how to learn that song. It just makes for a great story, but it's just insane. But anyway, there's a double shot of that and an encore. So thanks for showing up and letting me do that. Oh, thanks, Kels. They just showed Bruce Springsteen at the ball game. Oh, the elder and wiser Bruce. That's awesome. He's a hero of mine. You're welcome, Faith. Thank you all for being here. So, let me see. It's on my my YouTube channel. I think I have the full version of that. Oh no, just go to YouTube if you want to hear it. Don't go buy it. You can buy it, but don't spend the $1.99. If you want it and you don't have it, I'll email you the master on an MP3. But you could go to YouTube and type in Bruce Vaught and type in Her Morning Eyes. And CD Baby was the distributor that released my album digitally. On a number of platforms in several countries, as it turned out. And I didn't know it was on Spotify. So, until I stumbled on it by accident a couple of years ago. But if you just type in Bruce Vaught, Her Morning Eyes, they created a YouTube channel for each of my songs, and you'll find that, and you can just listen to it. If you don't have it and want it, email me, message me, and I will email you a copy of your very own, the mastered copy. So thanks everybody for being here. So glad I had to watch myself play to teach myself how to relearn my own song. So I'm so glad though. I heard that Bruce Springsteen interview on Howard Stern yesterday where he said some songs he doesn't play anymore, and Howard said why, and he goes, because I don't remember them, because it was so long ago he doesn't play them anymore, and that happens. So I'm really glad I relearned that one. I like that one. I will continue to practice it and keep it in my staple of songs for you. It's in an alternate tuning, so I have to get that ready, but so there you go. Thanks for being here, and as always, namaste. The divinity in me recognizes and honors the divinity in you. Thank you for keeping yourselves healthy. Keep those immune systems bolstered. Thanks for being here. I will be back for Fiesta Friday, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Have a great rest of your Wednesday hump day and the rest of your week. We'll see you back here on Friday.